Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm out here at a little nature reserve and I'm going to be doing some macro photography. It's springtime in the UK now and the weather's very hit and miss. Some days it's freezing cold and it feels like winter and it's raining, and then the next day it'll feel like borderline summer. Today is one of those days, really sunny, nice and warm, just out in my t-shirt, and there's quite a lot of bugs about. I've only just got here and I've seen like some bees flying about and stuff like that, so hopefully we get some good shots today. I'm going to be putting you on my chest so you can see exactly what I'm doing from my point of view. So let's get into it. I've literally only took 2 steps in this nature reserve and I found a subject already. It's some sort of colourful beetle, I'm not too sure of the type, but looks really cool and it's really small as well. So yeah, currently it's just chilling on this leaf. I've got a couple test shots and it seems to be chill. So yeah, we'll go in for another photo here, and hopefully we can get something good. It's a little awkward to get a photo because I'm holding this flimsy bit of grass and it's wobbling everywhere when I grab it. Well, the beetle's currently on the move and it's facing away from me, so just got to be a bit patient here and wait for it to turn around. There we go, that should have been a good shot. The leaf was wobbling about quite a bit, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to focus stack from the front to the back of that beetle, but I should be able to stack a few frames at least, or at the very least come away with a single shot. A butterfly has just landed on my camera. I don't know if you saw that. It's over there now. It's landing on a flower. Could probably get a picture of it. Probably take this without a diffuser. Oh, it's flew away. Let me chase it. Where's it going? I just realised I'm in 2 times macro. I've got to change from 0.25 to infinity if I want to photograph further away. Right, it's landed on this flower now. Oh my God, it's flew away again. Come back. Oh, I've lost sight of it. Where's it gone? I can still see it. It's over there. I've got a photo, it's not great. All right, I've got a photo. I don't think it's the best. I'm still chasing it though. It's gone up this hill. Oh, it's coming back down. I need to change my settings while I'm waiting. Actually, I shot that at f8. I probably want to shoot it like f4 or something to get a blurry background. Could potentially get one with the flash. It is staying quite still now. Oh God, I should just not say anything. As soon as I say it's staying still, it flies off. This butterfly's literally taken me halfway through the nature reserve at this point. I'm gonna start running at this point, it's going fast. Oh my God, where is this butterfly taking me? How is it not landed? It must be so tired. I've been walking around for like at least 5 minutes now. There we go. That's too bright. No, I think it's better off with natural light. Unless I'm getting a magnified shot of the eyes. I don't think that photo was very good. All right, the butterfly seems to have gone quite deep in the brambles over there, so I've left it now, and I'm quite exhausted from chasing it for that long. I think I got a few decent shots. I definitely wanted something better though. I think I was on bird autofocus, and it seemed to be like focusing on the leaf instead of the butterfly a lot, and I was trying to fight the autofocus. But hopefully they're in focus and not too bad. It's hard to check the photos on the back of your camera when you're out, when it's this sunny. But yeah, that was quite entertaining. What the? Oh my God, I thought that was like a poo or something, but it's a frog. Don't know if you can see that on the camera, but or a toad, frog, I'm not too sure. Might be a toad. The lighting's not looking very good because it is like midday right now. I might be able to try and shade it and get one with a diffuser, or just shade it and get one with natural light, but for now we'll get low down and photograph this with my like bird settings. I've got like a custom 4 dial on my camera, which I've got bird camera settings set to. And that should work nicely for this subject. I think because it's so high contrast, it's struggling to find focus right now. So I might have to just switch to manual focus. I'm just using the rock back and forth method with manual focus to get my shot in focus, because it's very hard to see what's in focus on the back of the screen right now with the lighting conditions. It would be nice to shade it. I'm actually going to take my bag off and shade it, but he's on the move, so yeah, he's getting deeper in that grass. It was better when he's on the path. He's sort of burying himself in the grass there. Could be a good opportunity to use the flash, actually. It's in the shade now because he's buried himself so deep in that grass. I'm going to switch to manual mode where I've got my macro settings dialed in. We'll use F10, 100 shutter speed, ISO 200, and then adjust our flash accordingly. Can't really get a low angle composition at the moment because of all this grass here. Maybe if I go to the right, I could get a shot of the eye. So I'm going to move. Actually, I don't even need the bag there if I'm going to be standing there, because I'll be shading the subject. Try and get a side shot of the eye. Okay, I managed to get a shot of the eye. It's not the best because there's so much grass around and it's a bit of a messy composition. But you know, I can't really do much. The frog or toad, whatever it is, I think it's a toad most likely. It's burrowed itself into this grass, and I don't really want to, you know, poke it to get it out of there. I just want to photograph it as it is in its natural environment. But yeah, I don't think I can do much more there, so I'm going to move on and find something else to photograph. There's a nice little pond here, and I don't remember there being a pond last time I came. I'm guessing it's because of the heavy rain we've had not so long ago. That's probably temporarily flooded this little bit here. That bee is back though. Let's get it for a photo quick. Oh, my camera on? Yeah, it is. Oh, he's landing over there now. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse. Oh, there's another bee. If I just place myself here, a bee might land within range. Oh, there we go. Whew, I luckily managed to get a photo. And you might have noticed I was using focus bracketing. It's actually kind of a cheat code to getting your shots in focus, even if you don't plan on stacking your photos later on. Okay, actually, now we'll look at the back of my camera. I think that shot turned out blurry because the ambient light, the sunlight, was brighter than the flash, which meant that you saw the effects of the slow shutter speed I was using, which was 1/100. So if you plan on using flash for macro photography, make sure that you shade your subject and have the flash be brighter than the sunlight or whatever ambient light you're working in. Oh my God. I don't even know if I got one in focus there. Let me have a quick check. I think I did get one. Yeah, it looks like I got at least one in focus there, so that was a success. So far, I don't think I've taken a portfolio worthy shot, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna today. I'm not really doing too good at the moment, but I think it's nice to show you a realistic day of macro photography, because I don't always show this on the channel. Usually I cut out all the failures and cut out all the bad shots and only show you the best of what I do. And yeah, hopefully you're learning a lot from seeing a realistic day of doing macro photography, because that is the reality of macro photography. You go out and most of your shots will be out of focus, bad framing, blurry, because bugs are just moving around like crazy and you don't have much time to perfect your shot. But those small moments where everything does line up and you get that nice shot, it's really rewarding and really satisfying, and that's why I do macro photography. So yeah, let's try and find something else to photograph. I've just noticed this sort of flower. I'm not sure what kind of flower it is or plant. It's got loads of like shield bugs running on it, loads of them. Absolutely loads. I've never seen so many shield bugs in one spot. So quite a few opportunities here to get a nice shield bug shot. And I really like this plant that they're on. It should make for a nice, clean composition. So I'm going to stick around here for a bit and hopefully I get a good shot. Okay, so I'm actually going to use my eye EVF because the screen is incredibly hard to see in this lighting, and I'm really struggling to find focus and get my composition using the back of the screen. Got a couple of decent shots there, and I'm glad I stuck around to get those because originally I was going to walk away when I couldn't get the shot I intended, which was a detailed focus stack close up. And that's what I usually like to go for, but if the bugs are moving around, I usually just give up and walk away. But in the moment I thought I need to break this bad habit I have with macro photography, so I stuck around and got some single shots. So yeah, recently I've been trying to break some of the bad habits I have, and that is one of them. I keep seeing a load of little bees landing around here, but they're incredibly hard to get a photo of because they only land for a second or two and then they fly back off. I'm going to keep an eye on all these leaves here because I keep seeing quite a lot of bees around this area, but they're mostly on the floor. But if they were to land upon these leaves, I'd have a much better chance of getting a photo than if it was on the floor. There is a ladybird up here, so while I wait for any bees, I might as well get a photo of this. That's definitely not my best ladybird shot I've got, but I'll take it. Oh, there is a shield bug right by it as well. I didn't even notice it. I was about to walk away. That was very camouflaged, that is. That was extremely awkward photographing that shield bug there, but I think I did all right given the circumstances. I had to be quite patient. I waited like a few minutes for it to crawl up into a better spot, and then I had to be careful with the sun. I had to try and shade it with my hand at one point. I've just found a nursery web spider on this plant here, but it's running around like crazy, and I'm being really patient here and holding really still so I don't frighten it. I'm not sure where the spider's gone now, so I think that's all the photos I'm going to get. But I think I got some really nice shots there, and yeah, it was quite cooperative in the end. I just had to be patient and stick around. I thought my shin felt a bit uncomfortable, and I've just realised I've been kneeling on stingers the whole time I was getting that photo. I've just realised that for the past like 3 or 4 shots, I've had my lens set to 0.25 meters to infinity, which means I'm not really getting macro. I keep making this mistake. I've had this lens for like 2 years now and I always make this mistake. If you want to do 2 times macro or 1 times macro, whatever, got to flip the switch to S macro. I've just found some sort of spider upside down on this leaf, and I think it could be a cucumber spider just because of how it's positioned. They usually like to be upside down on a leaf, and yeah, this is about the right size for a cucumber spider, or it's actually quite small, I'd say. Might be a little baby one. But this should be fairly easy to photograph as long as this spider isn't frightened and moves around. Hopefully you could see what I was doing there. It's sometimes a little bit difficult to get the POV camera set up properly. But I think that shot turned out quite nice. I'm not sure if the stack would have turned out nice because the leaf was vibrating a bit because it was quite flimsy. And every now and then there's a bit of wind which would also blow it and make it vibrate. I've just found a mosquito on the end of this branch, and it's in quite a nice spot because there's a leaf right behind it, which means I can use the leaf to get a green background. And it's because it's on the end of the twig or branch, I can get my camera in this orientation quite easily. So let's get to photographing it. Okay, so that mosquito flew away when I grabbed the branch, so I'm going to photograph another one that's up here. Luckily there's quite a few around here. Or unlucky I should say, because I'm going to get stung by them. Or bitten, not stung. I got a really nice shot in the end there, and I had to use my eye EVF just because it was really awkward to get stable by holding my arm out and using the back of the screen there. Right, so I'm now going to photograph something that I never usually photograph, and it's these blossoms here. We've got a couple growing out of the tree, which looks really aesthetic, and the light is hitting them quite nicely. We've also got loads up there, but obviously I'm not going to climb a tree to photograph the ones up there. Yeah, this really just caught my eye, and I had to get a photo because I've never really seen such a photogenic bunch growing out of a tree like that with the light hitting it. So I'm going to hurry up and get this photo before the light changes. Yeah, composition like that looks good, and I'm going to use f5.6 ISO 200, and then change our shutter speed to expose. So one of it 200 is apparently a little bit underexposed, which is what I kind of want anyway. So we'll press our shutter button now to start that focus bracket, and that was very quick because I'm not magnified. That should be enough frames for the focus stack. Just found a really small spider on the end of this leaf here, and it's in a nice pose right now. So let me just make sure my lens is back in S macro before I forget. Always make that mistake. Might just grab the stem of this so I can get stable. I managed to get a few decent compositions there, and I had to use my eye EVF because it was really hard to get stable, just stretching my arm out and using the back of the screen. I've just found a couple tiny weevils mating in the top of this stinger in this little bit here, and they're currently facing this way, away from the camera, so I can't really capture their face at the moment. I'm going to wait here and hopefully they turn around, but if not, I should be able to get a shot, but it just won't look that great. Luckily the weevils shimmied a little bit and revealed their faces, and I was able to get a really nice shot in the end. The focus stack might have turned out a bit messy because the stinger was blowing around a tad while I was getting that shot. I think I'm going to end today's video here. It was pretty hectic today because it's a really hot day, which means the bugs are not staying still. At one point I was even chasing that butterfly around for like 5-10 minutes just to get a mediocre shot. But I did get a handful of really good shots today, so I'm quite happy. So as always, all the equipment used in today's video will be linked down below in the description, and those are affiliate links. So if you buy through those, I'll get a small commission at no extra cost to you, which will help support the channel. So with that said and done, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.